Hello, Chad Payne here, investment advisor with Security First Asset Management, with our weekly market recap for the week ending April 11th, 2025. So we've started our second quarter drawing for referrals. If you refer friends or family to us during the second quarter, your name will be entered to win a $100 Visa gift card that we'll give away at the end of the quarter. So please take advantage of that and get yourself in that drawing. We also have on April 24th, it'll be coming up next Thursday, our food truck and shred event in our Macon parking lot between 4 and 6 p.m. We'll have our shred truck there. It's always a good time for you to get rid of old documents that you don't need anymore. If you can't make it to the event, we will have bins available that you can drop off in the Macon office to get those items shredded on that day. But look forward to seeing a lot of you out there for that event. It's always well attended. Looking back for last week, we had a crazy market week, lots of trading, lots of downturns and then upturns. For the week overall, we ended up, but a lot of volatility, mostly all driven on tariff talk and adjustments made on the fly as we went along. Tariffs definitely dominated the volatility last week. Markets were down at the beginning of the week. Wednesday, they made a huge reversal after President Trump paused 90 days for most tariffs on most countries. There was for the day, the NASDAQ went up 12% on that one day. So it's a huge, huge change there. Most countries did receive pause on tariffs. However, China did not. We went back and forth off and on during the week with retaliatory tariffs from both sides when it came to China. So we'll still have to see how things work out with all the tariff talk. When the dust settled, the NASDAQ was up over 7% for the week, and the S&P 500 was up over 5.7% for the week. Fed minutes were also released from their March meeting, and they showed increased risk for possible unemployment as well as economic growth. They thought things may be a little bit more difficult for those things, for unemployment to remain low and growth to remain high. And then also we're concerned about risks to inflation. A lot of this, again, surrounded by tariffs and some uncertainty out there on how those things are going to affect our economy. Overall, though, March CPI showed prices only rose 0.1% from the prior month. And year over year, there was only a growth of 2.8%, which is the smallest increase since March of 2021. So a lot of indications that inflation has hopefully subsided and is on its way down. But again, tariffs kind of have that in some uncertainty. Treasuries were also volatile for the week. The 10-year Treasury ended at 4.8%, which was up from the prior week. It was below 4% the prior week. So we'll have to keep an eye on things. This week is a trade shortened week with the Easter holiday of Good Friday coming up on Friday. So I hope everyone has a great Easter there. I'll leave you with this. This past week, the S&P 500 notched its biggest bottom to top intraday reversal at nearly 11% since the height of the global financial crisis in November of 2008, and even higher than the flash crash back in May of 2010. This according to Bloomberg. So that speaks to the volatility that we saw. Hope everyone has a great week. Give us a call if you need us in the meantime. Thanks a lot.